for stories to start your morning here. First things first, one of the best matchups of the NFL season taking place Thursday night on Fox. Rams in Seattle to face the Seahawks. Both teams sitting at 3-1 in the NFC West. Chris Carter, the best team in the division right now. Is it the Rams or is it the Seahawks?
Don't put me on the spot.
You're on the spot. Because before the year, I said it was going to be the Seahawks, and you laughed in my face. Ha, 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 said Chris Carter. Nobody thinks it could be the Seahawks.
Well, I thought the Rams defense would be a little bit better. If I had to select right now, week number 4, let's go with the Hawks. I believe in the coach, believe in Russell. Oh, sexy Russell, since he's got married to Sierra, he's a different guy. But go ahead.
Well, maybe different guy off the field, on the field. Same guy has always been, just dominant. Most underappreciated player in the entire NFL. I know who the Seahawks are. What is the identity of the Los Angeles Rams? I do not know that, so I will go with Seattle.
All right, moving on. Chicago Bears All-Pro linebacker Khalil Mack admitted he thought he'd be a Raider for life. Well, Mack now takes on the Raiders, his former team, in London on Sunday. Nick, did Mack's comments surprise you?
No, I think most players who are taken in the top 5 are great citizens, never miss a game, win a Player of the Year award, assume the team that drafted me will do everything they can to keep me. Most guys don't want to leave the team that took them, especially when they're that successful early on. So, no, these comments don't surprise me at all.
Did Gruden know that Patty Mahomes is going to be in that division for the next 15 years?
Possibly, I would think
Wouldn't it be nice to have Khalil Mack chasing after?
Yeah. No matter what division you're in, it'd be nice to have Khalil Mack.
Not surprised at all, but I can guarantee you this. Chicago Bears, whenever they get a great linebacker, they always appreciate him, and they never let him go anywhere.
That's what they're known for.
Gruden traded him for the draft picks that they hope will one day become Khalil Mack. On to Minnesota. Kirk Cousins apologized to Adam Thielen yesterday for missing him on a deep route, and the Vikings lost to the Bears on Sunday. All right, Steve, break this down for us.
Well, the route that Adam ran, it wasn't the best route. People were like, well, he's wide open. At the top of the route, he's running the post corner. You're supposed to have a little hint or a little hesitation so the quarterback knows when to throw the ball. Also, Fuller, the cornerback, if I get a hint, he's going to go more to the middle of the field, and then Kirk Cousins has the sideline and the end zone to throw to. Yes, Kirk could have thrown a better ball. Adam Thielen should have ran a better route. At the top of the route, if I get a little hint or a head fake, then the quarterback knows, oh, I can let it go now, because that hint is the indicator for quarterbacks to be able to let the ball go.
What's one of the things separates the good from the great receivers, see?
Just a little head fake.
A little indicator at the top of the route. I think all that's very smart, makes a lot of sense. You know what? I think Cousins should have thrown a better ball. I mean, he's open. He just overthrows him. I mean, Cousins, be better. That's what I saw. Chris saw this little lack of an indicator. I saw an incomplete pass.
One day I'm going to be able to teach little kids that would appreciate.
Yeah, I ain't one of them. I'd throw a better ball, Kirk. Just throw a better ball.
Pro wide receiver Josh Gordon hasn't played like all-pro wide receiver quite yet this season. Pat's OC Josh McDaniels has taken the blame, saying, quote, I need to do a better job of finding ways to get him the ball. See, how important is it for the Patriots to get Josh Gordon more involved?
It's vitally important. I believe not only for their overall productivity, for Tom Brady's confidence, but for Josh Gordon. He missed the best part of the season last year. When he got suspended, they turned themselves into a running team. Besides Edelman in the Super Bowl, they didn't really have a threat outside. And then, how much do they appreciate him? They went out and got Antonio. Remember that? Yeah. And in the first game against Miami, they were force-feeding him. Three out of the first 4 throws were to Antonio. How do you think Josh felt about that? Josh McDaniels is not sitting around saying it's his fault. He's trying to cover up for the player. Josh Gordon's got to get more separation, and he hadn't been as explosive as he was last season, Nick.
The only real hope the Patriots offense has in adding a significant game changer down the field threat to their offense is Josh Gordon becoming that once again. You don't have any more all-pros walking through that door. This is going to be your team. Josh Gordon, I thought Chris made a good point earlier. How explosive? Is he still flash? Or did all the time away from football, all the things he had to deal with off the field, sap some of that elite athleticism?
That's a real question.
He had to go along with that elite size. If he doesn't get that back, then this Patriots team is going to be a defense first, second, and third team all year long.
All right, finally, WWE Friday Night SmackDown debuts on Fox this Friday, 7:30 Eastern. It's SmackDown's 20th anniversary, and to celebrate, we built a ring outside the studio. How cool is that? Here's a peek at what you can expect Friday nights on Fox. doesn't get you excited enough, this will. Look who's here. Joined now by WWE superstar Charlotte Flair.
Welcome.
Hey, Charlotte.
Welcome.
Thank you. I got the ultimate blessing from Charlotte when Nick made a little smart aleck comment, and she goes, "Go ahead, just smack him." I mean, boy, would I love to sometimes.
I appreciate that.
Just thought I'd let you know. She doesn't know the full flair of Nick Wright. All right, so Charlotte, great news. SmackDown returning to coming to Fox this Friday. The excitement, the festivities, everything leading up to it has been incredible. You can see everywhere you've been. Tell me a little bit about what the lead-up has been like for you from the inside with everybody.
So the anticipation, I've talked about it all summer, how WWE is moving to Fox, but for me, it's the perfect partnership, entertainment and sports, and in my opinion, no one does sports and entertainment better than WWE. And then myself talking about the women's evolution and bringing that to Friday nights and the change that we've made in the company, hoping that that transitions to different industries. It's so exciting, and I am honored to be here.
All right, so during the 20th anniversary celebration on Fox, you and Becky Lynch are teaming up against Bayley and Sasha Banks.
I mean, if we can get along.
Right. Well, so that is going to be the question. So I think you guys, if we were going to put odds on it, you guys would be the favorites if you can get along. Do you think you and the wrestler known as The Man are going to be able to do it? How do you see that going?
100%. But what's so cool about Friday is the four of us started together, and to know that over the last 6 years, we've built this incredible legacy for the women, with all the women from the past and the present, and we're debuting on Fox. It's huge.
So this summer, you made history. You headlined the first ever main event at WrestleMania. We talked about, because we've had a couple of the headliners in WWE there.
Yes.
We've talked about the evolution of women. What do you think about your role? Because I grew up with your dad being one of my heroes. I mean, he was...
Charlotte's dad?
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I mess with him all the time.
No, and the thing about it is, my son, he's a professional football player. My daughter, she works in pro sports, so I do understand. But what do you personally feel as far as this women's division being created and you being a huge part of that?
So I think for me, when I first started, the biggest message was I was known for my talent. I wasn't known for my looks. I was known for my size, my athleticism, what I could do in the ring. And when you watched me, in my opinion, you weren't watching a woman, it was a male or female. And that to me is what made me stand out in the beginning. Was I'm the best athlete in WWE.
Well, that's what I was, to jump in real quick, you were watching a great athlete. And that was, we talked to Stephanie McMahon about this, is the rebranding, removing the Divas title, removing, because there was at one point in time, there was an unquestioned sexual component to the way they presented female wrestlers.
Well, we're secondary storylines.
Right. It was all
eye candy.
Absolutely. Yes. And now you guys headline main events. You do backflips off the top turnbuckle. And I'll say this, you said Charlotte's dad. Listen, Ric Flair's one of the all-time greats. You're a much better athlete than your dad ever was. Your dad's a great... Come on.
My dad's the best, but don't get me wrong. But it's the fact that the women were given an opportunity. And we took that opportunity and we over-delivered time and time again. And because of the audience, the company listened. So they gave us, that chance. But, the women now just want to go... We're just not divas, we're superstars. And there was nothing wrong to me with being a diva, because I was like, okay, I can be this, athlete, strong, confident woman and be a diva. But it was just more, okay, hey, we're putting more focus on the women, so they rebranded the title. And when I won that title at WrestleMania 32, I've never felt more accomplished in my entire life, because it was a message to everyone saying, no, the women can main event, the women can take over, and the women can run this company that's a male-dominated world, and it's not male-dominated
Do you feel a personal responsibility because your athleticism, because with this big event, as far as how many young ladies out there will get an opportunity after seeing you?
Absolutely. It's just more saying that you can do anything you set your mind to, and the ones who have when I used to say I'm going to main event WrestleMania, people would say, you're crazy. Like, I'm crazy? Oh, no, you're full of yourself. I'm not full of myself, no. I'm going to main event WrestleMania. So the message is, the ones who have these dreams that people are scared to say, or they're like, oh, I'm a little embarrassed to say that, are the ones that make these incredible opportunities happen.
Why do you think, Charlotte, WWE is such a broad appeal, that there's this new generation of fans that are now coming on board and they find that it's so relatable? Why do you think that is?
It's family friendly, and our most important role is to put smiles on people's faces. And when you come to the show, there is something for everyone. For the grandmother that's 77, for the child that's 7 years old. I mean, it's just all entertainment plus sports. And what makes us so special moving to Fox is we control the cliffhanger. We control that last touchdown. We control, you know, whether that team's winning or that team's losing, and whether we're going to make you happy or sad. And that's, I don't know, that's what we do best.
Well, after the 20th anniversary edition this Friday, the following Friday, there's a draft. And I'm rooting for you to get drafted by the SmackDown side. I know either side's great. You'd be happy either one, but we hope Fox gets you on the SmackDown side.
Fingers crossed.
Charlotte, thank you so much. Much appreciated. We'll be watching SmackDown Friday night on Fox. Much more First Things First right after this.
I mean, your dad still, though. He's my hero. I mean, I mean, seriously.